All right. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, had a little call come in, had to do a little work this morning, but I am back on. Of course, today is a short day. The market's supposed to be closing at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I guess that'll be lunchtime for me since I'm an hour behind. But we'll see what it has to offer. EUDA had the best range today, going from 322 all the way up to the $5. So I'm probably just gonna play within this range and see what it can do today. It's still up 42%, 20% since the open. So it hit a high of $5 and came. Let's see, what's the bottom of this? 315, 268. All right, let's look on TOS at this yearly chart real quick. ENSC is also coming up. It's got 18%, but the volume's just not pouring in there yet. On the hour chart, we can see it made a nice little bounce up from the 318 up here to the 360s on ENSC, but I don't think it's going to be able to compete in the low float market. But yeah, we will have to see. EUDA kind of falling off the top 10 movers, only 5 million shares in volume, but I think it's still going to be an interesting one after it completes this little dip. And I will see if I can get like maybe 15 cents off of it. That's all I'm looking for. But we have about 30 minutes to the close of this hour. And of course, I don't trade the first hour of the day. I just let that go ahead and slay everybody, and then I'd come in for any dip buying opportunities. But yeah, we will see about this one. We got the $4 level right here, which will be a whole dollar resistance. $4. And then I guess we could say the 450 could be some resistance as well. Let me look back at the chart here. EU. See, it's falling off of all of my scans. So EU a couple of pre-markets ago was up to 14 something dollars there. Looks like it's a recent IPO and definitely giving a nice dip, but it's still green on the day out of this, so I will definitely be expecting some type of bounce out of this dip. It didn't have any catalyst on the day though. That may be a bad thing. Like, what was the catalyst? I know that they've been having outbreaks of COVID, and they do consultations. I was looking at it, what they do. Hold on. EUDA Health Limited develops digital health platform that offers virtual consults for non-emergency medical issues. The company was founded in 2019 and is based in Singapore. It operates as a subsidiary of Watermark Developments Limited. So let's go see what Watermarks Developments Limited is talking about. On the statistics, I don't know what kind of float they have. It was all NA. Let me go look somewhere else. And actually, let me look for EUDA. It's acquisition. Oh. No kind of shelf registrations or anything. And it's like the only low float that's actually moving. So I'm pretty sure it's going to have all eyes on it for a couple of seconds. Right, One Life. This thing has come down, and I don't know why it's popping today. No catalyst or anything, but I'm wondering if it's the only thing people are watching in the low floats. Will it give a pop? Actually, DBGI, what are you doing? Nothing. ENSC is up 32% as well. Let me go ahead and pull that one up. Remove poly, DBGI, trash, NRB, O, trash. All right, so let's put up here DBGI, no, NESC. So these are two. NESC is halted going up. JCSE died under the dollar. So we got two we're watching right now that have a pretty okay range. Let's see what ENSC's range is. It went into a halt 323 up to the 416s. I don't know where Ben is, bro. I don't, man. All I know is he's alive. He's alive, man. We don't talk every morning. We don't do consultations every morning before the market. We just wake up and come do this thing. Then again, he might be asleep right now. Cause I don't wanna if he was gonna be looking at the market, I wouldn't want to put a bias on his trading with my analysis of some of these stocks, I'm like, yeah, that's going down. Yep, that's going down. Yep, 100% going down. All right, we're gonna see how that thing comes out. EUDA is just kind of floating on the $4 level there. Let me see when this thing is gonna unhalt. Halt 10:07, so it should be unhalting at the 10:12 20. 10:12 with 20 seconds. Let me see what kind of news is on ENSC. It doesn't have any real news on today either. Why Coupa software shares jumped. Let's see. Why Coupa software shares jumped. One Life says, I'm still holding TQQQ from 11 days ago. I have a day trade on A Firm this morning. Nice. What is A Firm out there doing? A Firm, are you long or short on A Firm? Long, nice. So I'm guessing, let's see, what's its top side? 1340s, and it's already made higher lows, so it's been making higher lows, and I can see that on the hour chart over these past couple of days. Held above the 1240s, got above the 1250s, holding the 1275. So it's just holding each 25-cent run there. So I like it. Multiple bounces higher. We have about less than a minute now for ENSC to open up. Access this. Did y'all? All right, it just opened up. ENSC slamming upwards. Very low volume though. We'll have to let that thing get some volume, but it is up quite a bit. EUDA coming back up to test these levels again. So testing right above the 4 right now. Has not pulled back too much today. A firm getting up there to the 1319. So I guess as long as it holds the 13s, it's going to be beautiful. Multiple bounces. So we're looking at the 15-minute here. We got a bounce down here to the 1286, higher bounce on the 1291, higher bounce up to the 13s, and the 13s is looking like a level that can hold there. So we'll definitely see what that wants to do throughout the day. ENSC continue to pump higher, looking like it wants to test the 450s. I want to come down and break this $4 with conviction, and maybe we can get a retracement up to 4 before the day closes here. Only got 3 hours left for trading. ENC getting that pump down there. So now we have a definite high, and remember, I always look for that high, that first high to just stick out and be obvious. So we got a little wick up here, which is let's see, 40 cents away from this actual drop. So the way that I look at the candle, I say, okay, this wick hit up here at 446. So 446 is a possibility, right? Not a definite. And then wherever this first hour candle body closes, I'm like, all right, that's where the resistance, that battle ended. You know, that's what I'm looking at, or that's how I'm thinking about it. And I'm using that level as wherever this candle closes as a true resistance. And then once it comes down, I say a possibility is the 440. So, you know, at best, I get the top of that body, but a possibility is that wick. The top side, what, 450s. But also this one, you have to look at the other factors, catalysts and all that. So as far as catalysts on ENSC, I'm not seeing one for today. So it may be just a continuation. We look over here on TOS. We can see that this struggled with the 550s multiple times, came down and is making lower highs. So, you know, coming in here to the dip down here to the 1s, came back up to the 4s this time without any real catalyst. Donnell says he got 10-cent gain on EUDA. Nice. EUDA looking like it's flattening out here around right above the 4s. I want to see it crack down that 4 hard and heavy. Show us that it's got some conviction. A firm, nice grinding up, getting up there to the 1325s. What's the halfway point of this little drop candle here? So 340 down to 315. Or the break of 13, that full break of that 1325 level will be beautiful. ENSC. See, again, we don't know if this is an exact top. So look at that. 450s getting pushed there just a little bit. Very, very small false breakout right there at the 4. Well, was this 450? High of 444. Very small breakout there. Let's see if they can go ahead and push it. There's the 450s. So yeah, ENSC, this high right here is null and void. Broke that high. So we don't have an obvious high on ENSC. Just kind of ripping. Still very low volume, only 1 million shares traded on it. So I got to see a nice dip on that one. EUDA pointing downward. Just needs to break down that $4 so we can see where it'll bottom out. Will it hold above the threes? What's up, Daniel B? Hopefully all of y'all had a nice Thanksgiving. I woke up a little bit later today and didn't realize I had a call to do some work this morning, so I had to do that. And yeah, got that completed or whatever. But just Thanksgiving was pretty good, man. I didn't overeat. I just taste tested, taste tested everything. ENSC. So now we're seeing a very flat pattern here on EUDA. Lower high on the 30-minute. Well, like I said, I got hammered. Oh, man. Nah, man. Got hammered. Well, sometimes celebrations are in order. For another year coming to a close. Another year that we have survived all of the bugs that the doctors tell us that are out there. So, we're still breathing. Can we get some conviction to the downside here? All right, so the top of this was the 470 as a resistance now. Right under the 475s looks to be the spot that it kind of got held up. It's been in this area before on ENSC. Back here. And never was able to hold it. EUDA looking like it wants to break out of the 425s here, but again, this is going to be on a lower high, so it can easily get snatched back on a false break. But the risk, if you can manage the risk, the bottom of this candle is the $4, so it's about a 20-cent risk here if it does break. So if this is the one, maybe it'll give you a nice little move, but I need to see this thing dip a little bit more. Bottom of the 30-minute candle is the 383. So yeah, risking about, it depends on what you're trading off of and where your risk, how much you're willing to risk here. I trade off the hours, so once that hour shows me that it's trying to slow down and showing me a nice bottom, then I'm ready to play. Only 6 million shares traded on this one. Almost 7 million shares traded on it. ENSC, really slow as well. Let's flip back over here to the scan so we can see top mover today is LU. LU moving in a downwards direction down to $1 and something. Tesla is the next one, moved down to the 180s and popping back up to the 184s. Apple going down under the 150s down to the 148s. MANU. Just a nice strong uptrend there. And wait, let me look at this catalyst as well. So starting off with LU, HSBC downgrades Lufax or whatever. It's a really high float on that little cheap ticker. Tesla. Market volatility decreases following the release of Fed minutes. Tesla recalls 80,000 vehicles in China. Let's see. Ford recalls a bunch of vehicles in China in US due to fire risk. Okay. So just a little bit of news there on this morning. Apple market chatter. Apple's iPhone production could reportedly see at least a 30% hit in November amid the Foxconn China plant worker protest. So there are protests going on in China that could affect Apple's suppliers. Okay, so Apple faces long delivery delays for the iPhone 14 ahead of holidays. Manu, no real news sticking out. That's just Market Watch. Okay. RLX, why Coupa software trash, nothing. AMD, no news on today. SoFi going on down to $4. They keep on halting the student loan payments, and I think this new order that they're doing is until they figure out the until they come to a verdict in court, they're not going to open it up. It's just going to stay closed. So, if you have them, you better be saving or investing or doing something with your money to get ready. NIO, let's see, no real news on today. CS, nothing. GOEV, nothing. Okay. All right. Well, there's the top movers on today. A firm still sitting at that 13, but still holding above $13. ENSC getting more and more resistance here. We'll see if it can finally start getting pushed back under that $4. EUDA with a false break here. The top side of this high was 423. It broke up to the 428 and then started coming back down. But that's just the first test. I don't know how many times it's bounced here, but it is a little bit flat though. Okay. Why look at news? Why I am looking at the charts. The charts are right here. Each time I switch, I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking at the daily levels here. You see? As I'm going through with LU, this is the hourly chart here. What is it looking like? Looking at the daily chart over here. This is the daily. It's red on the day. Tesla. Looking at the hourly chart, daily chart. So what do you mean? Can you not see these charts? Because I can adjust the screen if I need to. Because they're pretty big. They're kind of there. They're kind of out there, Yeah, Daniel B, I know. Yeah, the mark up ENSC looking like it wants to come on down. EUDA continuing a little bit higher. Daniel B with the jokes on Friday morning. I don't know why he makes these jokes. I'm not even in a trade, bro. I am just looking. I'm just shopping, man. That's all. Just shopping. I have nothing in the cart. EUDA giving that little break there. Will this be a false breakout back towards the 425s though? Like I said, it was right above that $4, but it's on a lower high. So we'll see if it can continue to push or not. It's one of the few things moving. But I just need to see way more of a dip than this. This is definitely holding a little bit too well without a catalyst. I mean, without a catalyst, it's probably just getting held up here for shorts to accumulate. So I will be willing to play the backside on that one. ENSC continues to hold around this $4, only up 30 cents or 30%. And I'm looking for this one to snatch down on EUDA. Daniel B. Now you remember those days where, I would come in and I'd be like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna scalp this thing to the highs. I'm gonna buy high and hope for higher. Remember those days? I don't do that no more. I've realized the error of my way in the small cap. Now it may be different in the larger caps or mid caps, but for the most part, most of these tickers, most of these stocks are gonna move the same way. The only thing that changes is the confidence in the moves, right? So how much confidence do you think a support level will hold, or how much confidence do you think a resistance level will hold? In the small caps, I have no confidence in any of the levels, any of the support levels. I don't have any. I have zero confidence in any of the levels. What I do have confidence in is overextended plays. I want to see something sell off too much. I want to see something get bought too much. That's what I'm looking for. I have zero confidence in any of the supports or resistances that I'm shown. It can snatch back at any second. So there's a little bit. It's coming back a little bit. Let's see what this high was. 456. 456 there. Let's see if it gets back under that 425 level. Held buy and hold 2-3 day, and you will be surprised how much money you will make. This man, Daniel B. I just don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I'm okay. My risk level is a little bit different because all of my income doesn't come from the stock market. I don't need to do that. I'm okay with being in a trade today and out today because I know either way I'm getting paid today. Either way it goes. As long as I don't move, it's a green day. So why not take the best setups? Why? ENSC coming on down. Where's A firm? A firm came on down closer to that 13, but still has not pushed down through this previous resistance of the 12, right around the 1275-ish level. So continue to make those higher lows on the candles. ENSC just needs to break down this $4. Same thing with EUDA. Go ahead and give us that nice breakdown. Let the shorts kind of get in their bag there. All right, EUDA with a partial. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a lower high created there, and we'll see if they get some momentum going to the downside. I guess, to be honest, I'm not swinging. I'm scalping. I'm not really looking for a whole lot. I'm just taking a quick scalp and getting on down. So I'm not really looking to be holding like all day. I'm looking for one specific entry on the day. And if it wants to, rip while I'm in it, great. I'll take the profit. But, I'd rather have my risk managed and everything. At this point on these stocks, You know, these are high buys. You're playing with fire up here. All right, so we're getting on down through that 425 level. We see the extension of buyers here up to this level. So it moved from 260s up to here to the 5, and now it's going to start showing us some type of range. Four 14, 416. Donnell says EUDA failed at key level, didn't stay above VWAP, so me being breakout trader stayed away. Yeah. So the most volume ENCS got on a 15-minute candle was 1 million shares, and then everybody kind of left it. This new candle on the hour chart, we can see the 425s is showing some resistance in here on ENSC. And we'll see. So we got a possibility area above the 425s, but now it's coming on down. We'll see what the bottom looks like. Will it come all the way back into this previous consolidation under the 350s, or will it hold and find a bottom somewhere above the 350 on ENSC? And then for EUDA, we're facing kind of the same thing. It's found a little level here of the right at the 430s, finding a lot of resistance, but I would like a better area, maybe on a $0.25 or something, because that 430 level is kind of weird. Then again, that is where the VWAP is, so I guess retail traders could be like, well, that's the VWAP, so it's under VWAP, so let's just sell it off. That could be the logic behind it. So we'll see what they want to do here. So the first thing I do is find my support or my areas of interest on the hour chart, and then see if I can get retracement to those areas after a dip. Well, I don't. Ben is actually. I talked to him about the website, so he's actually doing. I thought he had already transitioned the website over to what he wanted it to be, but he's actually doing some development on the back end of their website. I don't know exactly when he's going to open it back up. But yeah, he's doing some kind of work on the back end of that website. I think he's trying to. He may be trying to migrate the website somewhere else or something, so he'll have more control over the back end. But I don't know. We'll see. He's been learning. He's been learning the what we've been using is Wix, and he's been learning a lot about the API. And he can do a lot of it himself now. So he's like, yeah, I can just do this myself instead of uh, hosting it there. ENSC coming on down to the $4 level. And I want to see extension away from previous levels of resistance. So 425 is that previous level of resistance. EUDA previous, that level of resistance is at 432. I want to see that extension away from that. 8 million shares traded on EUDA. I do not know the actual float of EUDA. When I went and looked at it, looked it up, it just wouldn't show me. So EUDA statistics, it was saying ENA. Let me go to FinViz and see what is the actual float of this thing. And it's not coming up there. Not coming up there. Just not giving me what I'm looking for. So I don't know the float of this thing. Insiders, options, financials. No data exists for EUDA. Huh. Filings. Statement of acquisition. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I can't really find a lot of news. So I'm guessing a lot of people are in the dark on this one, I guess. Just a lot of blanks. Total liabilities 8.1 million, total assets 7.1 liabilities, but that's not the float. Questionable. Headed on down. And this is what I was talking about. That false breakout on a lower high getting formed. I'm always very careful of buying an extension and then I see a lower high. That's automatic. In my head, I'm like, this is automatic resistance. I already know that. I'm not diving into something like that. EUDA says 20 million in the float. No, that's the shares outstanding. So it's got I see the shares outstanding on TOS over here on my scans, but that's not the actual float. Like for ENSC, it says 2 million. Let me go and see what the actual float is. That's the shares outstanding. Which one? I just say ENSC. So ENSC float is under a million. So on TOS, it says over here on TOS, we see 2 million, almost 3 million shares outstanding, but the actual rotating float is 1.86. Or we can go and fact check that by, wait, where'd it go? FinViz, ENSC. Let's go fact check that with multiple sources. Shares outstanding. Wait, did I type in the right thing? Yeah. Shares outstanding 6.22 million. So see, there's a little bit of difference there. Shares to float, not even on that one. Short shares to float 1,490,000, and this is on shortsqueeze.com. It's showing a float of right around 1.5 million. So we shall see. Where is that extension to the downside is my question. Top mover still LU struggling down there around that $1. Tesla came back up here, tested the kind of like the halfway mark. It did say they sold 80,000 recalled 80,000 vehicles. But I mean, Tesla's just been strong, so I don't know how that 85 vehicle recall is going to affect them. Manu still hit a top up here of 22.75, hasn't really given a pullback. Apple still getting down there to the 148s. AMD, SoFi, CS, NIO. Okay. All right, so both of these are testing the 4 heavy. Who's going to break down that $4 level first? Creating a lower high on the 15-minute, 30-minute still holding right there at the 4. EUDA. This volume is kind of leaving it. Top volume, that first candle was almost 4 million shares traded, and we've seen the volume kind of fall off and go flat here on the 15-minute. We'll see if it shows us a flat pattern on the 30 and then on the hour. But I'm expecting some kind of dump through this $4 though. A firm back to 13 bucks. Still messing around with that 13, but still above the previous high. I mean, let's say previous high. Previous lower high. And that's one that One Life was trading. Looks like Twitter will collapse next year. What's wrong with Twitter? I thought Twitter was Twitter's one of the best stocks you can buy, isn't it? What's their ticker? Twitter? I don't know, man. What's their ticker? TWTR. Twitter. Oh man, this thing's gonna be this can't be it. Am I tripping? Oh, that is it. TWTR. That's a great trade, isn't it? It's a great trade, Twitter. Nice strong movement off the bottom, just moving right on up. Higher lows, 15, then stopped at the 22s, now 30s, just holding higher and higher. Isn't that a great investment? Daniel B says he lost 80% main sponsors, and there's only revenue. No, 80% main sponsors and donors, and there is only revenue. Monthly $8 fee will not rescue Twitter. Watching LT. One life says he's watching LTHM 26 area. LTHM. We're seeing ENSC. Still try to hold that 390. Has not given a true break of that 4. EUDA looking like it wants to break down that 4 for real though. Let's see which one of these gives up the ghost the most. LTHM had a nice move downwards of $28 down to the 26. That's a $2 rip down. It did come below the where is this previous low? 2560s, worked its way up, came back into retest this area of the 27s. multiple times. Did get a breakdown, so interesting. Interesting on that breakdown. What's up, Ben? See, I told y'all Ben was alive. Told you he wasn't dead. Daniel B said he thought you got crucified by social media reps. I told him you were alive, bro. Social media reps and SJWs. So they thought you got your head taken. Daniel B was really concerned because he missed the crucifixion. He wanted to throw rocks. All right, ENSC, come on down there. EUDA, not giving me enough dip. If it just gets bought up here, that's not enough. Really flat movement there. ENSC coming on down through those levels as well. All right, so now we have a clear top. We'll see where this thing ends up landing here on ENSC. Losing a lot of blood here. Shorts taking control. Okay, so it's doing that. Let's see if EUDA follows suit. Down there to the 375s. Previous levels. To be honest, I don't even know. Like the previous consolidation was during pre-market, so it's gonna have to probably come down here and test what, the 325-ish area, maybe. And that's gonna be a lot of loss. See DBGI. What is DBGI doing out here? Is it sneaking up? Nah, not really. It was strong yesterday, or not yesterday. It was strong the day before yesterday, but kind of going flat. And I don't know if it can get back above those $6 now with that low volume on DBGI, but it has been pretty surprisingly strong without real catalysts. I think it's moving on sentiment with some stock, but I haven't really researched it enough to know what the sentimental play there would be. ENSC going on down to the graveyard. EUDA continuing to hold right here at the 4. Looking for that break. I want to see that break and show some strength here. Break of 4. 375 would be even better. So now on the 30-minute, we can see that clear resistance up there. 420 right under the 425s. This one just refuses to break down 4. Let's look what that SPY is doing. So the SPY continuing to test up. What's this top? 403s. Needs to break through those 402.75s. So this one really doesn't have true momentum as of yet. Not really seeing a big push in either direction. This will be the second time it will be holding up this 375-ish level. All right, so we're finally getting a snatch through the 4s here on EUDA. Can we get through those 375s? Now we're starting to see true momentum there. So we got our top level and then our $4 resistance up there, whole dollar level. So both of these are in the same struggle boat right now. EUDA, if someone was opening up their scans, you know, EUDA would still be up there on their top gainer list. So we'll see if people continue to have any kind of interest there, or will it go even further down? 372s. Can it go ahead and break on down? 350. Bottom of this candle is the around the 315s. So if we look on TOS on the daily chart, still this one is green on the day. For it to go red on the day, it would have to break down that around that 315 level. And then for ENSSC, it will need to break down this, about the same level, 315 on both of them for a daily breakdown. But as of now, it's going to have to reduce the size of these candles for a reversal. Show me a wall, because at this point, I'm not seeing a wall. Has a low right around almost the 350s there for support. See how it breaks down this support of 350 if it does. These things are really falling behind on the whole competition thing. Tesla taking the top spot now with volume, 32 million shares traded. So, I mean, will these two even be able to compete with this thing? With all eyes on Tesla right now. Even LU being $1.35 with 30 million shares up here. Just so much, so much volume, so much eyes on these other ones, these other competitors. ENSC going down, looking like it wants to break down at 350 level, 10 cents away from it. Let me look at what A firm ended up doing. A firm just floating on that $13 right there. Still holding up though. DBGI didn't end up doing anything. Twitter was trash. LHTM looking like it's about to break down here. The bottom is the 2656. But we will see if it'll actually break down, because this is quite an extension on the hour candle here from 29 down to 26. That's a $3 drop. Let's see if this was a false breakdown after all of this extension. Will it get a nice little pop back above this 2650 for a nice long scalp? At least back up here, maybe to the 2675. Nice little long pop. Trap all the shorts in there, the shorts that are like, oh man, this thing's already headed down. Well, I should jump in. Let's see if it gives a pivot here above that 2650 back green to trap those shorts and to encourage buying to trap the longs, because this overall trend here is looking downward. So if the longs do take that pop back up, it may be a trap. So let's see. Initial breakout there was very small. LTHM small, so your risk there would be 2650, and as long as it holds at 2650, you know, that'll be your risk. Now I don't know where your profit taking would be, but on this extension, this is the kind of extensions I'm talking about. Like, these are like outlier extensions where people can get trapped. So thinking it can definitely pop back up on somebody. EUDA holding above that 375 right now. The volume has fallen off quite a bit. I want to see how this candle closes. LTHM, little pop down there, false break. All it needs to do is get a little bit of volume to get back up to that 2675 there. We'll see if that's possible. ENSC came down here to a bottom of the 350s. Both of these I need to see. Let's see what their follow-up actions are gonna be here. Has tightened up quite a bit on the 15-minute. Let's see if it ends up flipping back over the 2670s here on LTHM 2670. Very tight on the 15-minute. Could give a temporary pop, but we will see. Give me 1 second. EUDA, the bottom of the 360s. I think it looks a lot better than ENSC right now, but that no catalyst thing still sticks me in the side. $4 giving it a little bit of pressure over the top. You need to see the shorts win a bit more on this one. LTHM. So that would have stopped out anybody that took that long. That was what, 2650 to hold. It broke down what, 2649. So at this point you could look for a re-entry. Wait for this candle to close, because that what was that risk? 2650. It went up to like the 2660. So that was what, a 6-cent, 10-cent gain for this little pop down. That would have stopped out any buyers that were using this bottom as an out. But you can always re-enter. That's how I do it. I'm like, look, let me keep the risk small. I can re-enter because this thing could continue to dive. Looking for a pivot there, and now look at it going on down. Yeah, today I don't know if these have time to pop the way that they usually do. I was thinking that they will be a little bit quicker, but without the catalyst, it's kind of like a slow moving stock. So I am not sure, and if I'm not sure, I can't press the buy button, right? Uncertainty is not something we're looking to do in our planning. So 385, the bottom here is 362. It's holding here a little bit. So he can possibly maybe test back up to the $4, maybe. And that's less than 20 cents. This one over here, $4 test back up. Very unimpressive stocks today. It's got a couple minutes to close here. But yeah, these top two stocks have definitely given a move. And I don't know if they'll get any resurgence coming in. We got 2 hours left on the market. So in 2 hours, what's the probability of one of these ripping? Or not really ripping, but at least retesting the highs. EUDA getting a little bit of buying down here. I'll give it some time. If we can continue to hold that 375, it may be a level where it's going to hold, but we'll just have to see. Still up 20% since the open. They can start to slow down around this 350 area again. It may be an interesting area as well on both stocks. Both of them kind of hit that 354 on the last go. But I'm still not trusting it because the hour is still telling me it's a downwards move. This hour is pretty large. It took out half of this last hour candle, so kind of being careful. So LTHM, if you got stopped there at that 2650, you would have been risking what like 2 cents, but you would have missed this little drop down here to the 2635. Looking for the pivot, but it did not reverse there. Broke on down to lower lows. Let me remove LTHM. A firm still living on the 13 as well. So the hour is not lying. It's still wanting to go down a little bit. We'll see what that action around that 350 is for EUDA. And then ENSC starting to get a little bit of a challenge around the 375. But I'm still thinking EUDA is looking a little bit better. We'll see. They're in tight well, not really tight competition because ENSC just does not have the volume. It is low float, but the volume just is kind of falling. A firm challenging that 13 again. Both at 370 right now. Who's going to drop first? Need a break of the 350s on both of these. or we need to see heavy buying come in at the 350. ENSC giving a little pop around at 375. All right, so retest of the 375 is looking interesting. Do we want to get any motion back up here? I might give it a shot. 375 seems to be holding on EUDA. Got about 15 minutes left on this candle. Give it some time to kind of play around here. But ENSC is starting to lose its grip on the 70s. I'm interested at EUDA 375 hold potential to try to get back up to $4. And $4 is really all I want. Nice 25-cent gain. I'm good. Yeah. So 30 minutes, 350s are holding there. So there'll be what? 358, 360 would be the out. So it's 16 cents to the downside. Testing back the 375 right now. Very flat on this pattern. Let's see if they can hold here again, right above the 350s. ENSC. Trash. DBGI was one that one that continues to grind up on low volume. $15 minutes left for it to hold up these 350s. I'm gonna give it the 15 minutes. I will be right back in a moment. If it gets going too strong before this candle closes, it may give back. But we'll see how this candle closes over the 360s. I'll be right back. Let me look at the SPY real quick first. SPY tested that right around that, right under the 403s. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. 375 still holding, huh? Think I'm gonna give it a try down here at 370s. 8 minutes till this candle closes. Just for a test back up to 4. Be a 10-cent risk to the bottom, 362s. Giving it a little bit of time. We got what, 8 minutes? 7 minutes to the close of this 15-minute, 30-minute candle. Holding here, not really forcing its way down. $375s will be the risk level. Let me look at the other one. ENC. Okay, this one will continue going down. So yeah, 375 isn't looking horrible here. This is the last boat out. And I'll just do 300 shares, risking back up to the $4, basically. Need to see some more 75s on the tape though. All right, took it there. We'll see if it can hold above the 360s here for the first pivot. See what this first pivot's looking like. 359, I'll be out. Got 300 shares there. $359, I'll put a hard stop in right under the 60s if it wants to crack down. Sell. All right, so I got my stop out there. We'll see what kind of action we get here. Holding this 375. Only got a little bit of time left in today, so giving it a shot. 369, and if it fails, hey, I'm okay with taking that what, 10-cent loss. Got 4 minutes left on this candle. Has tightened down quite a bit on the hour, the 30-minute, all of them. And I'll be looking to move my stop up to break even, which is 375. If it can break over the 380s here. Need to see those 75s come in though. I'm willing to re-enter if it does clip me out here though. Looking for the 70s to pop back in. 60s, 70s there. May end up adding back over 70. Can we see those 70s pop? Just want that retest of probably the 4. 4 is where I'm looking to take everything. I'm good if it goes to the 4. But back over 70 or going towards 7, I'll add. Can we see 70s pop here? 70s, 71s, I'll add. Adding there. So I have 600 shares here with a bottom of 369. See if it can hold those 70s and get back through. So 369, 359, I mean, is my out. And that is 600 shares in. And I'll set my stop out there at the 374. Looking for a $4 retest here. We can get it. It's quite flat here. Playing around with the shorts under VWAP. Let's see if it can blast off on them above the 380s. If not, I'll just get stopped. Need to see those 71s, 72s. $74s. Looking for a test of this 380 here. 73s. Can we see those 71s, 72s? Back over 75. '73's up there, but looking a little shaky here around the 70s. 359 is my out. Line in the sand. Let's go FOMO. Those 70s in there. We got 74 on the tape, 70 on the tape. Just cannot hold there. But we'll give it time. I mean, at this point, it's a low buy into a dip. If it continues dipping, I will save myself from a falling knife. But yeah, just gonna let it play here. $4 would be a 20-cent move there. Go look at the daily chart on this. Still green on the daily chart. We'll see if we can get some help here. Back up to that $4 level if possible. Can we see those 71s and a retest of that 75 here? There's 73, 77s. Let it play a little bit. And I'm looking to move my stop up to the 375s. So that'll make this a no risk trade. 375. Can we get that little pop to the 80s? Nice, nice, nice. See if we can challenge those 80s. Right now, the top side high 380, looking for a test into those 90s, but looking to take off some profits here. If we can start breaking those 80s here. Definitely holding the 375s. Can we get that pump over the 80s? There was a trial there. I don't like the way it didn't just push through that. 375s on the tape. 377s. It needs to go here. 380s. Can we get some FOMO buying through here? It needs to stay above the 375 though. I'm going to give it one more test to the 80s. If it can't do it, I'm going to go ahead and start decreasing my size here. 77s on the tape. Can we see 80s? 76s. DBGI is also up a little bit, breaking out there, but has a little bit different setup. Want to see this thing get out of there, but okay, if it doesn't want to play ball, I'm willing to get out of this thing at the 360s. $360. Giving it some time. Can we see those 75s come back up? $369. Breakdown of the 70s would be a 369 from here would be what, a 4-cent risk. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it up to the 369. Bottom of this 15-minute candle. I don't want to see it come back through that. If it does, I'm out. I can't play that game. It needs to hold the 75. So that risk was 76. I forget what the risk is there, but whatever the risk is, I'm gonna be out if it breaks down to 70s. Need to see an actual push through these highs of the 380. Yep. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. 69 there. If it comes down, I'll just be out. Calculate this risk here. So entry 373. So a 4-cent risk on this trade. 4 cents on 600 shares is 24 bucks. 24 bucks of risk here. Looking for that retest of possibly around that $4. But we'll see. Can it actually get up there and start holding these 375s? DBGI coming on down, making another new high and falling back in. Can we get that FOMO buying here? $380s is the big kahuna. If it does break over 380s, I'm going to move my stop up to 375. So it'll be a no risk trade, almost like a 1-cent risk. There it is, so 375 is going to be my stop out. 375, 374, 1 cent. So 374 is now my stop out. It needs to break here. If it doesn't, I'm out. Either perform or I'm out, baby. '80s on the tape. Somebody's messing with the '80s there. 84s, nice. All right, so there's the 84s. So I'm going to get ready to start taking profit here. Up into the 90s. If we can get a touch on the 90s, I'll take. Can we get that push through this 385 area? Where's those FOMO buyers? At this point, I'm going to move my stop up to exactly 376. That way, if it comes down, you know, I'm bringing it above my break even, basically. So if it snaps down, I'll just be out. Yep. So now I'm above my break even, so it's all green now. I always put a concrete stop in because I don't want to be a fool. especially trading on the lows. It could easily slam down at any moment. Looking for that break of the into the 390s here, if possible. Can we see 385s on the tape? There we go, 385s. I'm going to start taking some profit here. Don't want to be a greedy dog. I'm going to take some off here. 575 shares left. Can we get that 85 up there? If I see 85, I'll go ahead and take a little bit more. 86. There we go. Taking. 77. Taking. Getting on down. Probably sell a little bit over half because I know it can snap down at any moment. 450 shares left. Slowing down around at 85. Don't like that. I'll go ahead and snip off some more. 375 shares left. Pausing at that 85. Don't like that. I'm going to go ahead and take off some more. 350 left. Can we get that 90 break? There's 388s. 388s. $4 is like the pinnacle. I don't think it's going to get past 4. But if it does, oh well. Slowing down there at the 90s. Don't want to see those 87s. If I see 87, yeah. Taking. Starting to slam a little bit. 300 shares left. Can we see the 81s? Yeah, I'm not going to be a greedy dog. I'm going to go ahead and take most of it. I don't want to give back too much profit. 200 shares left, though. Playing around quite a bit around this 80. I don't like it. Pause in there. Still don't like it. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to 100 shares, and I'll put half out on the break of the 380s, and I'll hold the rest. So 50 shares sold on the 180. I mean the 380 breakdown. Put a stop there, and then I'll hold 100. 50. Or actually, I'll use the bottom of this candle. What is this? 381. Yeah, 380. So I'll sell that. If this candle breaks down, it'll sell half, and I'll still be holding 50, and I'll sell the other half at 380 break. No, 375 break. So we'll see what it wants to do here. Sell 375, 50. All right, so those two stops are in, and at this point, it's just let it play. If it does reach $4, I'll go ahead and take half. But $4 was like the brick wall that I think is going to happen. Okay, seeing some red come on the tape there. It needs to go ahead and push. If it's going to push this high, it needs to do it. 390s. So at this point, with 100 shares left, this move back down. Let's say if it did swing on me down low, let's see how much can I lose from 88 down to 70. So 10 cents, maybe 10 bucks off of my profit right now is what I'll be losing. But I have locked in most of the profit and decreased how much it can take from me. So let's see if we can break into those 90s. If we do break into the 90s, I'll readjust my stops. So this stop is going to go 381. We'll see if it can push up through those 390s, and 390s will become the next stop for the first sale of 50. So can we break those 390s is the first question. looking questionable. Put 385. A lot of snapping around here. All right, yeah, I don't like that movement. I'm gonna decrease size here. It's kind of getting shady around that 390 area. I wanted, if it had momentum, it would just push through. Can we see those 390s? I think I'm gonna move both of my stops up to 380 after this, all 100, if it breaks down to 80s again. And that's still a green trade. So 379. I will look to sell there at 379 this time. So if it snaps back, I'm done. I'm gonna get out, and I'm probably gonna be done for today. Just take the 70 bucks and walk. So at this point, I entered at 371. Even if it does come down back through the 80s, that's still a 10-cent gain on those last 100 shares. So I'm okay with that. Oh man, I went overtime today too. Oh well, today I didn't have that much work to do, so I'll get to it later. Whatever. Let's see if we can get up and get going. Yep. If it breaks 390, I'm gonna go ahead and put my stop at 390. Yeah, this thing is weak. I think it's giving me all that it can give at this point. Can we see that $4 rip? All right, I don't like the way it's just lagging here. I really don't. 88s. Yeah, it's on that struggle bus. 90s. Can you break the 90s? I move my stop up to 85 if you can break the 90s with some strength now. $2,000 shares coming in at the 87s. That's not looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take off half, and then I'll put the other half at let's say 85. I'm only holding at 75 shares now. I don't like the way it's pedaling around this 90. It takes off some more here. So 50 shares left for me. It should have really picked up momentum there, and it didn't. So, you know, if it doesn't perform, then I just take what I can. Go ahead and take another bit there, taking more time. And then I have 25 shares left. Yep. Looking like the seller's coming in, taking control, 15 share. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. All right, well, that's my trade for today. Wait for the dip, let that first hour play out, see if I can find some type of bottom. I don't need much. You know, I'm trying to trade between 300 shares and 600 shares off the bottoms. Got a nice bounce there, but I need to see momentum. If it does pop off, great. But I took my profit, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, yeah, it slowed down a little bit too much for me. A firm, looking back over, is still under 13. DBGI. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's That's it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I did go a little bit over, but this is usually the time that I'm making a trade. You know, after things have died down and the loans are like, oh, it's under VWAP. I'm scalping under VWAP. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for everybody else to get out of my way, so I can see clearly what's going on. But yeah, if you're not a part of the Discord, I do when I'm in the Discord, I do these updates. I let y'all know what I'm looking at, what stocks I'm looking at, what levels I'm looking at. So if you want to get in the Discord, let me drop that link here real quick. Invite and generate and copy. So yeah, let me put that in there. But yeah, great way to close out the week. That was the first trade of this week, and I'm just gonna take that because I haven't really seen much anything else dipping like that, giving me that good dip and a nice wall down there where shorts are getting trapped. So I just take the opportunity when they give it to me. I'm not looking for this thing now. If it wants to pop off and I'm in 600 shares and it pops up there to $5, hey, I'll take the profit. But I want to be in a place where the shorts are getting trapped, not where the loans are getting trapped. And right now it's looking like the loans are getting trapped right under $4. So I'm going to take my profit and have a good weekend. All right, guys. But anyway, if you're going to continue trading, be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. Appreciate all the chats and comments. And as always, I'll be back next week on Monday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we'll get it going into December and see what kind of opportunities come into December. And this is what I'm talking about, Daniel B. I'm not looking for 2-3 day trades. That's why I'm not doing many trades. I'm looking for specific drops, specific support, getting in and out, being done. That's it. I just want it in my favor. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully A firm goes well for you. I see A firm coming back over 13, so hopefully that goes well for you, and we'll check back in next week. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.